Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well. For today's chair routine, all you're gonna need is a set of dumbbells as well as a chair. So let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna get started off with our warm-up. So start off at the edge of your seat with your chest up nice and high. We're gonna start today off with some nice little deep breaths. So hands on the rib cage. We'll take about a 7-second inhale, hold at the top, and slowly exhale. So let's go together. Deep breath in. Hold at that top and exhale nice and slow. Very nice. Again, big inhale. Being mindful about our posture. 2 more deep breaths. Last one here, everyone. Very nice. Let's work on our T-spine. So left hand on your left thigh, right hand on your right ear. We're gonna go elbow to elbow and rotate right out. So inhale, come in. Exhale, rotate out. Inhaling right back in. Exhaling, rotate out. So right now we're working on our spine, trying to get as much movement, as much mobility in that spine as possible. Again, just moving nice and slow, just making sure that the movement feels okay. 2 more here, everyone. Last one. Very nice. Right hand on your right thigh, left hand on your left ear, rotating in, elbow to elbow. Exhaling, opening up. Inhale down. Exhale, rotate out. Again, we're just trying to work on gaining mobility in that spine. 2 more. Last one here, everyone. Very nice. Go ahead and open up that stance a little bit, keeping that chest up and our core tight. We're gonna go with our reaches, reaching right across our body. You wanna feel that nice little stretch going on your side, reaching as far as you can. Again, just moving with your breath, making sure that the movement feels comfortable. Keep that up for 7, 6. We're gonna take it up in 5, 4, 3, 2, reaching right up across. If you feel any shoulder pain with this, don't take it up as high. So you're not obligated to go all the way up. Go to the point where the movement feels okay. We never want to go to the point of pain. If you feel pain here, take it down a notch. So always avoiding the pain. 7 seconds, and we're going to take this movement down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's take it down, everyone. When you're leaning forward, we always want to lean forward with a neutral spine, so not excessively arching or rounding our spine. I like to go parallel to my shin, come right back up. Parallel to my shin, come right back up. Feel free to move slower or faster than me. You just want to find that comfortable pace here. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. A couple more to go, everyone. Our next one are going to be marches. So sitting at the edge of our seat with our chest up nice and high, we're going to bring that knee up as high as possible. If you would like to get those arms moving, opposite arm, opposite leg, just nice and slow. We want to warm up our hips, warm up our arms with this movement. Very nice. Again, just move with your breath. Make sure that your core is tightened, and make sure that your spine is neutral. When starting this movement, everyone, we just want to be mindful about our posture. So let's just be mindful about keeping our chest up as much as possible, keeping our shoulder blades nice and tall. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And our final one are going to be heel raises. So in this position, you're going to focus on getting your heels off the ground as high as possible, lowering them back down. Heels up, lowering back down nice and slow. What tends to happen as we age is we tend to see movements where we hike our hip to walk, and that all comes from a decrease in mobility in the ankle, which can be the reason why we experience falls. So what we want to do is we want to gain that mobility in that ankle to lift the heel up as high as possible and to even lift that toe up as high as possible, which we'll start embedding into the routine a little more. 7 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice, everyone. Go ahead and catch your breath, take a sip of water, and we'll go ahead and begin with our strength portion. So again, all you're gonna need is a set of dumbbells. If you don't have that, that's okay. You can grab two canned goods, or even 2 wine bottles to make it a little more fun. All right. So most of the movements today will be performed at the edge of our seat. That just ensures that our core is activated throughout the whole entire movement. So the way we're gonna go about it for today is I'm gonna mix upper and lower body movements together to make it as effective as possible. We're gonna aim for 8 repetitions, 2 times through. So we're gonna take it a little slower today. So the way it's gonna work is we're gonna go opposite arm, opposite leg, shoulder press. So opposite arm, opposite leg. I lift my left arm up as my right knee comes up. So we're gonna go a count of 8 in 3, 2, 1. Let's go together. 1, 2, always avoiding the pain. 3, listening to your body. 4, halfway. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that was 8. I knew that. We're gonna rest here. Good. Relax. I knew it. I was just challenging you all, obviously. Go ahead and catch your breath. Our upcoming movement, let me go ahead and demonstrate that, is going to be a heel raise with a bicep curl. So the way that'll look, palms start facing one another, chest is up nice and high. I'm going to lift my heels up as I bring the weight up. So lifting my heels down, or placing my heels down as the weight goes down. Lift up, dumbbell comes up, down and down. So we're gonna go for 8. I will not mess it up this time. I got it. So 3, 2, 1. Let's go together. Up for 1, nice and slow. 2, 3. Focus on getting those heels up off the ground as high as possible. 4, halfway. 5, 6, 2 more. There it is. I got it. 7, final one here, everyone. And 8. Good. Go ahead and relax. Again, grab a sip of water if you'd like. I'm gonna just go ahead and demonstrate our third movement and our final movement of this station before we take a quick little rest. So with this movement, it's going to be, again, a lower body mixed with an upper body movement. So feet are gonna be hip distance apart. We're at the edge of our seat. Weights are off to the side. I'm gonna go into a hip hinge first. The way that looks is I'm going to lean forward with my hips, keeping my back as neutral and as straight as possible. From there, I'm going to pull the weight up. So to demonstrate a couple more times, hip hinge, I'm gonna keep my hips neutral and my spine neutral as I lean forward from my hips, bring the weight up, squeeze my shoulder blades, come right back down and sit up. We'll go together in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You have your hip hinge and row. Here's 1. Nice and slow, slowly lowering. 2, making sure we really pinch our shoulder blades together. This will improve our posture. 3, up nice and slow. 4, again, always keeping that neutral spine when we lower ourselves. 5, really pinch, nice and slow. For 6, 2 more, everyone. Again, nice and slow. 7, final one here. And 8, very nice. Go ahead and place your equipment down to the side. We'll take a quick little 30-second rest and we'll repeat this circuit one more time. So the importance of that row is really focusing on posture. What tends to happen as we age is, and gravity really plays into this, is we tend to round our spine and find comfort in this position. By working on strengthening our back, what we end up essentially doing is kind of getting ourselves back into that open chest position. So that's the importance of that movement. All right, so just to go over our movements one more time, always at the edge of our seat, chest is up, we have our marched press. Again, you don't need to press up all the way. Just listen to your body. If you have any shoulder pain, any impingements, any frozen shoulder, don't take it up as high. Even if you hold it here, that is still effective. Even if it only goes up an inch, that's still effective. So we're gonna go opposite arm, opposite leg. We'll go for a count of 8. I'm saying that out loud so I know to stop at 8. So grab your dumbbells, start at the edge of your seat, chest is up. We'll go on the count of 3, 2, 1. Let's go for it. Opposite arm, opposite leg. 1, core is tight. 2, move with the breath. 3, 4, halfway. 5, 6, 7, final one here, and 8. Very nice, I nailed it. Good. If you would like to get some music going, please feel free to do so. Put something good on like Frank Sinatra, but yes. So our second movement is going to be a heel raise with the curl. The most important part of that movement, both are important, but I really want you to focus on lifting those heels up as high as possible off that ground. So on a count of 3, again, your dumbbells will start off to the side. You're gonna lift your heels up as you bring the weight up. We'll go in 3, 2, 1, let's go for it. 1, 2, inhale yourself down, exhale, bring the weight up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more. 7, final one here, everyone. Again, get those heels up as high as possible. 8, very nice. Our final movement before we take a nice little rest is, again, going to be our hip hinge. Hip hinge meaning we're gonna lean forward from our hips, keeping our spine neutral, and we're going to row. Again, with the row, really focus on squeezing that shoulder blade together so it can help improve our posture. So let's go feet together on this. We're gonna lean forward from our hips in 3, 2, 1. Let's go for it. Lean forward and row, squeeze, that's 1. Lean forward and pull, 2. Move nice and slow with your breath. Inhaling down, exhaling right back up. 4, 5, 6, here's 7, one final one, everyone, and we got a nice little rest. And 8, good. Go ahead and place your equipment down to the side. Again, grab a sip of water. I will start demonstrating our second station. Our second station is going to be a little more lower body oriented, so a lot more leg oriented. Catch your breath, but I just want to take the time to explain some of the movements. What we're going to do is we're going to work the front side as well as the back side of our legs. So the first one, we're going to go ahead and work the back side. You'll start off at the edge of your seat with your chest up nice and high. You're going to plant your heel on the ground with your toe pointing up. What we're going to do here is it's going to be a heel drag. You're going to dig, you're going to apply pressure down to the ground, and you're going to gently pull that foot in. So the most important part of that movement comes with applying pressure into the ground as you pull. Because if you don't apply pressure, it's going to look something like this, and you're not going to feel any of the muscles engaging in the back of the thigh and the calf. So again, we'll dig our heel into the ground as we pull our leg towards us. We're going to go ahead and perform 8 on each side. Starting off with our right leg, go ahead and plant that heel on the ground, toe pointing up, chest is up. We're going to pull that leg in 3, 2, 1. Let's go for it. Apply pressure and dig in for 1. Again, apply pressure, dig all the way. 2. Dig that heel, pull right back, 3. You should be feeling it in the calf as well as your hamstring. Here's 4, halfway. 5, dig that in as you pull right back, 6, 2 more. 7, final one here, everyone. And 8, very nice. Go ahead and catch your breath. We're gonna go ahead and set up our other side. Again, left heel is gonna be down on the ground as our right toe points up. You're gonna dig the heel into the ground as you pull the foot right back in 3, 2, 1. Let's go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, take your time with the movement. 6, 7, final one here, everyone. And 8, very nice. Again, grab a sip of water. Catch your breath. I'll start demonstrating the second movement. So now with this upcoming movement, we're gonna work the opposite muscle group, which is the top of our thigh. What we're gonna do with this movement is it's gonna help strengthen the muscles around our knee, which can help with basically getting up out of the chair, simple movements. So what we wanna do here, I'll demonstrate my left leg first. I'm gonna give you 2 different variations. Our first one is gonna be our modification of the movement. So sitting all the way back in our seat, what I'm gonna do is kick through my heel, making sure I lock out my quad, so tighten up my quad, tighten up my ankle, coming right back down. Again, I kick through my heel, making sure I tighten up my quad and I tighten up my ankle. For those who would like to challenge themselves a little more, you're gonna keep yourself at the edge of your seat as you do the same movement. Kick through the heel, tighten up the quad, tighten up the ankle. Again, this is gonna help strengthen the muscles around our knee. We'll start with our left leg in 3, 2, 1, go. Kick through the heel, tighten up. Good, 1. We're gonna hold for about 2 seconds at the top. 2, keep that chest up, whether you're sitting all the way back or you're sitting forward. 3, 4, make sure your ankle is nice and tight so your toes are pointed towards you. 4, here's 5. It's okay to hear snap, crackles, and pops. I hear them all the time. I know you may be thinking, she's young. I still hear them all the time. Here's 6, as long as there's no pain. Here's 7, one final one, everyone. And 8, good. Go ahead and rest. Mine is a very audible sound. My right one is even worse. That one, oh my Lord, you can hear it from a mile away. Maybe you might hear it. So again, either sitting back, which is gonna be a little easier, or at the edge of your seat, which will be more challenging on the core. I'll go ahead and perform it this way this time. Chest is up. We're gonna kick through our heel in 3, 2, 1. Let's go together, everyone. 1, again, holding at the top. 2, 3, chest is up, core is tight. 4, 5, 6, 2 more. 7, and final one here, everyone. 8, very nice. That one got me a little bit. All right, so our final movement, which I'll demonstrate, and we'll take a little rest for our second station, is going to be a mini squat. So I'll go ahead and demonstrate that. You're gonna place your palms on your thighs. So I have my fingers pointing towards one another and my elbows flaring out. What I'm gonna do is with my feet hip distance apart, I'm gonna go ahead and apply pressure on my thigh to help me lift up just about an inch, and I'm gonna come right back down. So to demonstrate it from the side, I place my palms on my thighs. I'm gonna gently apply pressure on my thigh to help me lift up about an inch, and I come right back down. What I want you to be careful with this movement is don't go too forward, because what's gonna happen is you're gonna end up tipping forward. So what we wanna do is we wanna keep that chest up. Although I'm lifting and leaning forward, I have my spine straight. And that's gonna be what prevents me from tipping over. So to show you one more time, notice how I go up instead of forward. So I'm gonna lift up and come right back down. So we'll go in the count of 3, 2, 1, Go for it, lifting up just an inch, coming right back down. For those who are comfortable with the squat, you will completely lift off the chair and come right back down. This is gonna be 3. Again, keep that spine neutral, everyone. 4, you're only lifting off about 2 inches. 5, 6, 7, last one here, and 8. Very nice. To make that movement a little easier, what you can do is you can place a pad or a pillow underneath, so that'll help you lift up just about an inch. What tends to happen is, in this position where your knees and your hips are at 90 degrees, sometimes people experience pain or a challenge to get up. What you can do is, if you elevate your seat, it'll be easier to kind of lift yourself up. So if you feel like you were having some challenges with this movement, whether it was too much pain in your knee or just trouble getting up, go ahead and place a pad underneath, whether it's, again, a pillow or an actual pad. That should help you up just a little bit. So let's take a little rest. We're gonna perform these movements one more time, everyone. So our first movement is that heel drag. The heel drag will help work on the back portion, so our posterior chain. Our second movement will be the kicks, which will work the front, and the last movement will be that mini squat or the actual squat for those who can perform that. Again, we'll go ahead and start with our heel drag. Right heel is on the ground while your toe is pointing up, chest is up. You're gonna dig your heel into the ground as you pull your foot right back in. We'll go in 3, 2, 1, let's go. 1, dig and pull. 2, dig and pull. 3. You should notice that the more pressure you apply, the harder the movement becomes. 4, again, dig and pull. 5, 6, 2 more. 7, final one here, everyone, and 8. Good, go ahead and rest. We're gonna switch our side, same exact movement. Again, to challenge yourself, what you wanna do is you wanna dig that heel a little deeper into that ground as you pull right back. So left foot, heel is on the ground, toe is pointing up, chest is up. We'll go on the count of 3, 2, 1. Let's go, dig and pull. 1, 2. Again, dig and pull. 3. Again, just be sure that we're breathing throughout this movement. 4, instead of holding our breath. 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more, everyone. 8. I said 8, and then I said 2 more. So go ahead and rest. I don't know why I have 10 in my mind. Go ahead and rest. Our second movement here, which I will lock down at 8, is going to be the extensions. Again, 2 ways of performing them. Your modification will be sitting right back, making sure that your low back is on that chair, and your progression will be chest is off of that chair. So, count of 3, we'll work on the right foot. You're gonna kick through that heel, making sure you tighten up the quad, making sure you point your toe towards your face. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. 1, hold at the top. 2, and kick through the heel. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, final one, and 8. Very nice, good. Again, same exact movement on the other side. I'm gonna go ahead and perform it sitting back, just because it allows me to focus on my knee more than my core, which is just something that I wanna focus on right now. Again, you're gonna kick. It's okay to hear snap, crackles, and pops as long as there's no pain with that movement. We'll go in 3, 2, 1, let's go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more, 7, and final one here for 8. Very nice. Your last and final movement for the station will either be that mini squat or the full squat. Again, to make that mini squat a little easier, you can go ahead and place a pillow, a pad, anything that you have that will help you elevate your surface. That should make your movement a little easier. So plant your feet about hip distance apart, chest is up. I'm gonna go ahead and perform the mini squat again, but for those who would like to perform the full squat, please feel free to do so. Go ahead and place your hands on your thigh, chest is up. You're gonna apply pressure to get yourself up just about an inch, and you're gonna come right back down. Please be cautious about keeping that chest up instead of reclining down. What that's gonna do is that'll cause you to tip over, which we do not want. So we wanna perform this as safely as possible. In 3, 2, 1, go for it. Chest is up, 1. Again, keep that chest up. 2, think about lifting up. 3, instead of going forward. 4, 5, please feel free to move a little slower or faster than me. 6, 2 more. 7, final one here, everyone. And 8, go ahead and recline back and just relax. Woo! We've got 2 final movements to go and we're done. Go ahead and grab a sip of water. I know I need it. All right, so our final movement is gonna be a little bit of a core series. So we'll just go 2 rounds with 2 movements each. Your first one, again, I'm gonna always offer a regression, a progression for each and every movement that we perform. For this one, your level 1 of the movement will be keeping your feet planted on the ground. What we're gonna do from here, crossing our arms, we're gonna rotate our torso towards the right side, towards the left side. You really wanna focus on rotating as much as possible. So again, right side, left side. Your level 2 of the movement will be with your feet off the ground. Again, rotating right, rotating left. We'll go ahead and complete 8 repetitions, which I'll count this time and I'll stop at 8. So level 1, feet on the ground. Level 2, feet up. Go ahead and gauge the intensity that you'd like to perform this movement. Cross your arms, chest is up. 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep that chest up. 6, 7, final one, 8. Very nice. Our second and final movement is what we call Mickey Mouse ears. Mickey Mouse ears look just like so. Hands right behind our ears and not our neck because we don't want to tug on our neck. So Mickey Mouse ears. What you're going to do here is bring your right elbow to your knee. It does not have to touch. You want to just take it in that same direction. So again, opposite arm, opposite leg. I'll go ahead and demonstrate. Right elbow to left knee, left elbow to right knee. You don't have to touch. You just have to go in that direction. We'll go for a count of 8. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more, 7, final one here, everyone, and 8. Very nice. Good. Let's take a rest. We'll perform these one more time and we'll be done for the day. Again, your first one are your twists. You have the option of planting your feet on the ground to make the movement easier or lifting them up to challenge yourself. So again, we're going to cross our arms. To demonstrate one more time, I'm going to rotate my torso all the way to the right side and all the way to the left side. We'll go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very nice. One final movement, and again, we'll be done for the day. Your final movement are our Mickey Mouse ears. We're gonna bring our elbow to our knee, and yeah, we'll go on the count of 5. Go ahead and place your hands right behind your ears. Chest is up. We're slightly at the edge of our seat once more. Final one here in 3, 2, 1. Let's go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more, everyone. 7 and 8. Very nice. Let's go ahead and end off with a couple deep breaths. We always want to get our heart rate back down to our resting. So starting at the edge of your seat, we're going to take our first deep breath in. Exhale nice and slow. Let's take 2 more. Final one here, everyone. Well, thank you so much for joining me, and enjoy the rest of your week. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know.